Hello everyone and welcome back to Shiki StarCraft's channel. This is going to be a 1 vs 1 on Lost Temple. It's going to be, I believe, in the Platinum Division. We got a Terran named Onslaught here spawning in the 9 o'clock position versus Demon. I've casted one or two of Demons already. He's going to be spawning as the Blue Protoss in the 6 o'clock position. Once again, this is Lost Temple. Each player does have a natural expansion blocked by a choke point. Fairly narrow choke point, which is defendable by high ground on both, just one side. The opposite sides, of course, are the destructible rocks with a high yield. A little bit of chatting going on here, guys. I'll let you guys read that if you want. Demon is from Canada as well as myself. Woot, Canada represent. All you guys from Canada, definitely give me a shout out in my comments. Anyways, fairly standard builds going on here. We've got a 9 pylon coming up, and I don't see a scout yet. He's probably going to scout with his gateway probe. Onslaught here, spawning as the Terran, as I've said. Going for an awkwardly positioned barracks. Down at the end of his ramp, it looks like he's going to be either walling off his ramp, or maybe he's going to wall off here. I don't know, we'll take a look. Like I said, early barracks, no supply depot yet, just finishing, well, halfway done now. Looks like we're going to see an early orbital command to get those mules out quick. I don't see gas coming from either player yet. Looks like these players are talking about Warcraft 3 and how they used to play. Onslaught says he's from Mexico and his son used to play Warcraft 3. Gateway coming up, and we do see Demon Scout heading in the wrong direction towards the 3 o'clock position, and we see Onslaught Scout heading in the wrong position as well to the 12 o'clock position. Generally when I play on this map, and when I'm spawning in, sorry guys, that was a text message. When I'm spawning in the 6 o'clock or the 9 o'clock position, I will scout the 6 o'clock or 9 o'clock position respectively as well, and vice versa with the 12 and the 3 o'clock position. But these guys are choosing to do differently. That is their prerogative. We've got a cybernetics core coming up, still no second gateway. We do have obviously a second pylon powering that cybernetics core. Demon choosing to do similar to what I do. I like to get my second gas when my cybernetics core is rolling out. Still no gas here from Onslaught. This is peculiar. We see a few Marines, 5 Marines and 2 more queued up. I'm a little, I don't know, flabbergasted by this. Another SCV coming out, seeing what he's going to do. Demon Scout here scouting the 12 o'clock position, and Onslaught's about to head into the base of Demon to see what's going on. Demon is getting this early stalker as a precaution to Reaper rushes, Reaper rushes that are fairly common from Terran players. Instead, from Onslaught, we are seeing an early expansion. I would even call this a fast expansion for the Terran. We do have the orbital command and the mules going up. We got more supply depots coming up and more SCVs popping out. He definitely could use his mule right now, but oh, and here it comes. Look at that. These players are definitely better than me. Anyways, command center about halfway done. Let's see if Demon has scouted this or not yet. Demon's 2, so let's go F. No, that's not even going to work. Oh well. Demon does see this, so he's going to be ready for it. Onslaught doesn't see anything else besides the Cyber Core and the one Stalker that came up. We are getting a Twilight Council and a second Gateway coming up. Both gas are fully saturated, and the minerals are definitely saturated very well. They could use 1 or 2 more, but anything more than that, that's fine. Demon looks like he's pushing in here on these Marines, but we've got a couple bunkers here coming up, and oh, he loses an early Stalker. That is not good. Even he notices it and says, bah. Bad micromanagement, but hey, it happens. Still trying to cause a little bit of stress here on Onslaught, but unfortunately one Stalker's not going to do enough. We do have the 2 bunkers here. Bunkers now, of course, do provide an extra range for Marines, so actually anything that's inside them. Marines with the standard 5 range will get 6 range in the bunker, which will match the Stalker. The Stalker retreats to the Xel'Naga Watchtower to capture it and make sure that nothing fishy is going on beyond this fast expansion. Looking back in the base, we see just 2 barracks pumping out Marines, as well as the one up here pumping out Marines. So we're seeing a very Marine-heavy build. We're just now starting to see gas being pulled in from Onslaught. He does have both refineries up now. They are fully saturated now. Mineral-wise, looks like I selected too many SCVs, but he could definitely use a lot more minerals, or SCVs on his minerals. If we look here at the income tab, though, because of that mules and having that fast expansion, he is quite a ways ahead on minerals, even though they are the same on harvesters. Gas income, of course, is around the same. Looking at the APM tab, Onslaught sitting at a comfortable 103. We do see a third barracks come up, and we're getting tech labs on these barracks now. I wonder if we're going to see some upgrades. If he's got this many Marines, he could definitely benefit from the combat shield. Hopefully we'll see that coming in. Demon sitting at a 52 APM, almost half, but at this point still isn't a whole lot of commands to be given, but it does show a little bit of an advantage. As we can see here, Demon's actually choosing to put a forward pylon at the edge of his base. Now, does Onslaught see this? He definitely does not. He does see the one here at Demon's base, which he thinks is probably going to reinforce his army just to make it a shorter walking distance towards the front of the battle. But he doesn't see this one here. And he gets an observer. I think I've seen him do this before. It's something I love to do with my observers in Blink, but he warps in 4 zealots here. Onslaught says he has a bad feeling. That was pretty close. And let's see how many he's going to take. 1 SCV, 2 SCVs before they are able to run away. He's not going to be getting any more kills. Charge is upgraded already. Is he going to get any of these Marauders down? The Marauders do not have concussive shells yet. He warps in another 4. This could be trouble for Onslaught here, as we do have almost 8. Yeah, we've still got all 8 Zealots up in the base here, tearing the mineral line and the production buildings apart. We do have quite a few Marines here, being able to clump up and prevent these Zealots from getting a good surround on the Marines. Warping in a few more here, even a sentry now, a couple more Zealots. Unfortunately, with this Marauder and these Marines up front, and now a siege tank as well. No siege tech, but that is going to hold off these units from doing any more damage than they'd like to. Observer's going to back out here. One Zealot's going to say, no, let me out, but he just cannot get off that cliff. They are going to take out the pylon, and it looks like he's going to reinforce his army with more Marauders and more Marines. No units out of the factory yet. He's going to transfer his SCVs back off his mineral line, back onto his main base, so we can get better saturation on both bases. Harvester count, we've got 31 for Onslaught and only 25. So since I last looked at this tab, we haven't seen an expansion or any probes being created, and that is going to give him the economic disadvantage. Onslaught getting a missile turret up here so that these observers cannot check out what's going on, and also going to be aware of any air threat that's coming in, although we haven't seen any air buildings come up. We're working off 4 warp gates now for Demon and 1 robo facility. As I've mentioned before, charge is done. Lots of chrono boosts left in this building. That could definitely be utilized a bit better to utilize up these resources a lot faster. Onslaught says, I knew you were going to cheese just now, just not how or when. Unfortunately, guys, I don't like considering what he did as cheese. That is just, like I've said before, that's just utilizing the race and the mechanics to the maximum. Cheese is, I don't know, I really don't like the whole rush versus cheese versus attacking terminology. I think it's just confusing, and I don't know, I just don't think people are willing to admit they got beat by the game mechanics. Anyways, continue to macro up the army, warping in an extra 3 Zealots and a Sentry. Now I know I say Zealot, 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 Zealot a lot, but whatever. I really don't care about the pronunciation of one unit. I personally think it's Zealot, but a lot of people say Zealot. When you attack someone with zeal, it's with zeal, not with zel. But personally, anyways, off that topic, that's dead in the water. We see both armies here engaging. Siege tanks do not have siege tech. The Marauders are caught up here. The Immortals are not